The world is a strange place filled with mysteries that defy explanation. And so begins our tale, woven from the threads of reality and tinged with the chilling touch of the supernatural. Picture a man, ordinary in every way, who dared to venture where few would, an abandoned cemetery, a relic of forgotten lives and untold stories. After his fateful visit, he found himself plagued by occurrences that transcended the boundaries of rational thought. Doors creaking open on their own, whispers in the dead of night, and an inexplicable chill that seemed to follow him everywhere. He couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that he was being watched, that he was not alone. He felt an unseen presence, a spectral shadow that lurked in his every waking moment and even in his slumber. It was as if, by setting foot in that forsaken graveyard, he had stirred something from its eternal rest. And that, my friends, was just the beginning of his terrifying journey. In the heart of the city stood an abandoned cemetery, a place forgotten by time. This cemetery, with its crumbling headstones and overgrown paths, was once a bustling resting place for the city's departed. Its history reaches back centuries, a silent witness to the passage of time, the rise and fall of generations, and the ever-changing landscape of the city. But as the city grew and modernized, the cemetery was left behind, abandoned and neglected, its once cared-for tombs now hidden among the weeds. Legends have always swirled around this forsaken place. Some say it was the final resting place of a powerful witch, cursed in death to forever haunt the grounds. Others whisper of a vengeful spirit, a scorned lover, who wanders the cemetery at night, seeking retribution from those who wronged her in life. Over the years, countless accounts of eerie happenings have been reported. Strange lights dancing among the tombstones, chilling whispers that echo through the night, and shadowy figures that vanish as quickly as they appear. These tales have only served to deepen the mystery surrounding this forsaken place, drawing in the curious and the brave, while keeping the superstitious at bay. Yet it's not just the night that holds a sense of unease. Even in the light of day, the cemetery is a place of unsettling quiet, an uncanny stillness that seems to swallow the sounds of the bustling city around it. The air is heavy, as if holding its breath, the silence broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant caw of a crow. But as the day fades and twilight descends, the cemetery awakens. The rustling leaves grow louder, the whispers become more pronounced, and the shadowy figures grow bolder. The city's heartbeat fades into the background, drowned out by the cemetery's own pulse, a rhythm that speaks of centuries of stories, of lives lived and lost, of love, betrayal, and revenge. As the sun sets, the cemetery takes on a life of its own, whispering tales of the past. As night falls, the abandoned cemetery becomes a stage for the supernatural. You see, it's not just the crumbling tombstones or the overgrown foliage that make this place a hotbed for paranormal activity. No, it's the chilling encounters that individuals have experienced here that truly set the tone. Let's delve into a few of these eerie tales. Our first account comes from a group of teenagers who, on a dare, decided to explore the cemetery late one night. As they made their way through the tangled undergrowth, they suddenly heard the distinct sound of a child weeping. The cries seemed to echo from all directions, leaving them disoriented and terrified. The second tale is of a photographer drawn to the cemetery for its eerie beauty. As he set up his camera to capture the moonlit scene, he noticed something strange in his lens. A figure, clad in a long black cloak, appeared to be standing amongst the graves, though when he looked up from his camera, the figure was nowhere to be seen. Each time he peered through the lens, the figure was there, growing closer with each shot. Then there's the story of a local woman who lived near the cemetery. She would often take evening walks along the perimeter, but never dared to venture inside. One evening, as she walked, she saw a glowing orb of light floating among the graves. It moved with purpose, stopping and starting at each tombstone. She watched, frozen in fear, as the orb moved closer and closer to the cemetery's edge. Our last account comes from a paranormal investigator who visited the cemetery in hopes of capturing evidence of the supernatural. Armed with his equipment, he ventured into the heart of the cemetery. He described an overwhelming sense of dread that washed over him the further he ventured in. His equipment began picking up unexplained readings, and then a chilling whisper in his ear, "Leave now." These encounters serve as a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. As the sun sets and darkness descends, the abandoned cemetery is transformed into a playground for the supernatural. Each encounter, each chilling tale is a testament to the eerie happenings that occur within its boundaries. And while it may be tempting to venture into the unknown, remember, not all who enter leave unscathed. But the most terrifying tale is that of the curse of the abandoned cemetery. This is where our story takes a chilling turn. This is where we delve into the shadowy depths of the legend, the curse that has caused many to tremble in fear. The curse, as it goes, is a dire consequence for those who dare to disrespect the hallowed grounds of the cemetery. A curse that isn't just an old wives' tale, but a grim reality for those who dared to laugh in the face of this spectral warning. Legend tells of a man who, in his youthful arrogance, thought nothing of the sacred cemetery. He was a skeptic, a non-believer. He dared to challenge the spirits, to desecrate the final resting place of the dead. His actions were thoughtless and cruel, his words mocking and disrespectful. It wasn't long before the curse took hold. The man's life began to unravel. His health deteriorated rapidly, his dreams plagued by nightmarish visions of the souls he had disrespected. His days were filled with misfortune and his nights with terror. His laughter turned into cries of fear, his skepticism into belief. The curse wasn't just a punishment, but a lesson about respect, about humility, about understanding that there are forces in this world that we do not understand and should not provoke. The man's encounter with the curse was a stark reminder of this. He was a living testament to the power of the curse, a walking cautionary tale. The curse of the abandoned cemetery is not just about fear, it's about respect. Respect for those who have passed, respect for the places they rest, and respect for the unknown. The man's story is not just a horror tale, it's a warning that echoes through the ages, a warning that still resonates today. The curse of the abandoned cemetery is a grim reminder of the respect we owe to the dead. So next time you find yourself near those abandoned, silent graves, remember the man, remember the curse, and remember the respect we owe to those who have passed. The abandoned cemetery continues to stand, silent and foreboding, a stark reminder of the chilling tales we've delved into, the eerie encounters we've dissected. Each tombstone, a silent sentinel harboring secrets of the past, echoes of the lives once lived, and the curse that binds them. We've journeyed through the abandoned cemetery, felt its cold chill, its lingering sense of dread. We've revisited the encounters, the whispers in the wind, the shadowy figures that flit across the corner of our vision. We've heard the stories, the spine-tingling tales of those who dared to wander, those who experience the inexplicable, the uncanny. We've unraveled the curse, or at least tried to. A curse born out of sorrow, out of anger, out of injustice. A curse that continues to haunt, to torment, to bewilder. As the moonlight casts long shadows, the curse remains. An unsolved riddle, an unbroken chain that binds the living and the dead. Yet the mystery of the abandoned cemetery persists. Is it merely a product of our collective fears, our shared dread of the unknown? Or is there something more, something tangible, something real lurking in its depths? The answers remain elusive as the spectral figures that are said to haunt its hallowed grounds. And so, we leave you with this thought. As we step back into the light, away from the eerie silence of the cemetery, we carry with us the tales of the past, the whispers of the unseen, the chill of the unexplained. The abandoned cemetery stands as a testament to the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding, beyond our realm of comprehension. As we bid goodbye, remember, the next time you pass by an abandoned cemetery, tread carefully, for you never know what lurks in the shadows. Each stone, each grave, each spectral whisper is a reminder that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried, and the living are not the only ones who walk this earth.